Welcome to the Libra Lounge podcast. I'm your host, Keisha. I'm here in the studio with producer James. Tell everyone hi.
Hey.
We're not fighting today, guys.
No.
We're getting along. You know why?
2 shows in a row.
Do you know why we're not fighting?
Why?
Because producer James was actually being a fucking producer today.
Yay.
He had everything prepared, everything was ready, everything was right. I got to sit down in this chair and be what God created me to be, which is talent. I don't like it when I have to walk in a room and also do production.
True.
No,
Fair.
I don't want to be my own staff member. You're my staff.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're getting along. We're smiling at one another. You know, we're just going about our day. He looks kind of cute a little bit. Like, I like it when you do exactly what I say and you do exactly what I'm thinking. Like, you're thinking with me. Like, I know she's going to want this. Let me go ahead and have that prepared for her. So that means I can come in here, not get angry, go off on a rant about your lack of professionalism.
So basically, for me, it'd be an easy existence if I just did exactly what you said, exactly every moment of the day for the rest of my life.
What? That's what husbands are supposed to do. Why do you think God created y'all?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm not seeing a downside there.
Yes. So, you know, last weekend we had a really good weekend. There was this, I love to go antique shopping. I love to go to like different little eclectic shops and things like that. So a couple of years ago, when we first bought our house, we went on like a staycation in Houston, and we went to this one really cool shop that I got so many pieces for the house, but I could not remember the name of the shop. And I kept saying, James, what is the name of that shop? He goes, well, I don't know. He goes, and I can't find it if you don't have the name. So on Facebook memories, you know, sometimes Facebook memories be full of fucking bullshit. I'm like, you know, do not fuck with that hoe anymore. Why is she popping up here? But it actually showed us at the restaurant where we ate at, which is right next door to this establishment. I was like, okay, great. So we get together, we plan a whole little day that includes going to this shop that is called My Flaming Heart in Houston, which is right next to Winnie's Restaurant.
Ooh, it's one of these.
It's one of those.
Okay.
You guys, I'm giddy with excitement. Because like I said, I got some really great pieces. One of the pieces is so great. It is a picture of a woman who looks like she possibly could be mixed race. So, you know, we have a very multicultural household here. And it's a very lovely painting. It's so lovely that my daughter, my 23-year-old daughter, when her boyfriend asks, hey, who is that? She's like, I don't know. That's just one of our family members. I don't know who they are. I'm like, girl. We don't know that woman. She is not part of our family. She goes, oh, she just kind of looks like she could be. I was like, okay. So we get to My Flaming Heart. I walk in. I'm so excited. I see all these new and great and wonderful people. I see someone walk in with a dog. I feel right at home. Except I don't feel very welcomed. You know why I did not feel very welcomed? No one paid any attention to me. No, I take that back. No one greeted me. I feel like you could say hi for free. It takes nothing to say hi to someone. Hi, welcome in. Let me know if there's anything that I can do for you. I didn't get a hi. James, did you get? I think you did get a hi.
No, I did not.
Okay, because you were with me. We did not get a hi or anything like that. So, you know, sometimes there's certain things that producer James does not clock that I immediately pick up on. I'm like, okay, all right. Maybe she's just super busy, even though we're like 2 people in this very small shop. So I'm looking around. It's a small shop, as I just said, but it's really small when you have some fool who is following you every 2 steps that you make. So much to the point that literally when I would look up for something and he saw me moving, he would have to move out of my way. Granted, it's a small shop, but if you take your ass behind that counter, it makes a lot more space for me to be able to move around.
It's a lot bigger when
it gets a lot bigger when you're not right up on my ass this whole time, you goofy looking motherfucker. By this time, I am just hot. And then I got even hotter when 2 more people came in. Hi, welcome in. Come from behind the counter. Let me show you this. Is there anything do you want me to take that down for you? Oh, let me pull out a mirror for you. Now, I haven't even gotten a hello. I haven't gotten a you're not welcome here. I would have actually taken, we don't want your kind here. Because at least I know you saw me. I can deal with that because I know who I'm dealing with. Now it's really my decision whether or not I want to stay in the store. Already, you let me know I'm not welcome. So it's on me whether or not I stay here or not. But no, I was like, maybe she didn't see me. Maybe she didn't see me. Let me walk a little bit closer over here. Let me greet this dog, this cute little dog. So I know she hears it because, when I see a dog, I go to a squeal. Hey, buddy, you're so cute. So I know she sees me. Do you think that she even looked at my direction?
Nope.
Now, I'm not one to act a hillbilly fool, even when I really want to act a damn hillbilly fool, because I don't want to hear my mama's mouth when we get home. I say, let's go. I don't like shopping in establishments that don't say hello to me, greet me, or make me feel welcomed. I saw several things in this shop, and I did, that I would have loved to have brought home, but I will not spend my money here, and walked out. When I tell you 3 years ago, I probably would have knocked over every goddamn figurine that I saw in that store. But when I tell you therapy is a powerful tool, you have to utilize the tool. You can't go into therapy and lie about yourself. That is just not how it works. You have to break yourself all the way down to this person so they can help you. And I have been helped. And I took my black ass right on out, went to several other shops where I was met with kindness.
Yeah.
Compliments.
Almost too much.
Because I'm that bitch. When I walk into a place, all eyes are on me. Because I'm going to look good. I'm going to smell good. I'm going to give you a friendly smile. But I like it when you give me the friendly smile first, because I ain't coming into your establishment. All day long, we had the best, you can agree with me, the best experience.
Best customer service we've ever had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not that hovering kind of customer service.
No. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you look beautiful today. Oh, need anything? Okay, I'll be up here if you need me.
Yeah.
Just, sweet.
And it makes me upset that I have this black daughter who has to live in this world. Because I'm just putting it out there. I assumed it was because I was black. Because everyone who came in after me, who was greeted, was not black at all. Not even close. Not Indian, not Mexican, not Pakistani, not Chinese. No. They were all palm colored. Okay. So to me, I'm like, okay, it is clear because I am black, because I am walking in, I have a Louis Vuitton on me. I have makeup on, my hair is done, I've got on a cute outfit. So I'm not one of these homeless people from across the street sitting on the metro rails, just, coming in for air conditioning that day. You don't want me there. So all I'm saying is, I'm not telling you not to go there, but just know, if you look like me and you go to my flaming hearts, you will not be greeted at all.
In Houston, Texas.
In Houston, Texas, right next to Winnie's. Which Winnie's?
On Main Street.
On Main Street in Houston. Okay, let's get on with the show. If you're a friend of the Libra Lounge with Keisha, which I hope that you are, it is time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
Now, something pretty controversial happened a few weeks ago, and so much so that I actually put a poll up on my Instagram story, okay? Now, I used to watch the show Basketball Wives when it first came out, and for several years after that, but then it just I'm like, ain't nobody a wife. You telling me that you used to date this basketball player when he was married to someone else? It just came less about what I, originally started viewing the show, where it was like these, kind of like the Real Housewives. We start off with lavish lifestyles, you're like, oh my God, this is so great, so wonderful, great fashions, people traveling around the world, just doing great things. So you just want to be kind of a part of their world. Well, it went downhill. But for some odd reason, you know what? I know what the reason was. It was Dan. Dan was like, are you going to watch Basketball Wives? And I was like, I haven't watched it in a long time. But you know what? All right, you're going to watch it. I'll watch it because, we like to kiki about our shows. Okay.
When we say Dan, we mean New York Dan.
New
Our
York
friend.
Dan,
Yeah.
yes, who was previously, guest co-hosted on Pink Shade with me while Mary Payne was out. That Dan. Now, Dan and I watched The Real Housewives, and we talk about them, Basketball Wives, all Bravo TV shows. But me and Dan do get down and dirty. We do watch Zeus, okay? And we're getting ready because this Sunday is the season premiere of Jocelyn's Cabaret. We're already
that means my Zeus charge on my credit card is going to show up again?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because we have to talk to each other like, did you see this? Did you see that? What did you think? Who you think gonna win this fight? Who you think do you think she gonna have a black eye still perform? That is how we talk about our show. So it was Dan's fault that I got back into the world of Basketball Wives, which we only had one wife on the show. So on the season, no, not the season finale, but the show before the season finale, all season we have watched Jackie Christie, who is the wife of basketball player Doug Christie. We've heard throughout the years she's had like this weird relationship with her children. So this season, one of her daughters, who's, been a guest on other seasons, well, this time she was a total cast member. So we watched this friction all season long. We watched Jackie, who is Wacky Jackie. She walked away from a lot of bullshit. I'll say this. I mean, it was almost commendable because we know how she can get down and dirty. But she walked away from a lot of stuff, especially when it had to deal with her daughter. She's like, we're not doing this on camera. And I agree. If you're going to come be on my show, you need to come be on my show and we're working together against everybody else. But no, you're out here airing out family business and this and that. So, anywho, things really came to a blow on this episode. Now, we witnessed Jackie and her daughter having a very heated conversation, and Jackie says, I need for you to leave my hotel room. This is going nowhere. I want you to get up and I want you to go, which, fine. You're in my hotel room showing your ass. I'm going to show you the door. So we see so her daughter goes to the door. But then her daughter comes back and is talking more shit. So Jackie gets up. She's like, you really need to leave. And we witnessed her daughter push her. Ooh. Push her. Okay. Then we also witnessed Jackie swing back at her daughter. So my question was, what I put out there was, if your grown child, we're not talking about a toddler, because we will let a toddler just beat our asses all day long. That's just what they do. They are thugs and tiaras. That's just what they do. But your grown daughter, who is a married woman, has children of her own, hits you. Do you let it slide or do you swing back? I'm going to tell you what I think. And the majority of the people on the poll agree with me. I told my daughter, because they get to that age, they start smelling themselves, titties growing, they start, puberty kicks in, and they become just a totally different person for a couple of years. And one time, me and I don't care, we were in a slight argument about something, and she kind of looked at me like she wanted to do something to me. We all know that look, right? And I told her at that age, I said, if you ever put your hands on me, you have officially stepped outside of the realms of being my child. Therefore, I'm going to treat you like a bitch in the street. And I'm going to hit you back. And if you hit me back, I'm going to hit you back. So right now, let's just make an agreement. We're not going to hit one another. I think everyone's natural reaction, especially someone who's close to you, who like pushes you, is to push them back. Now, when you're dealing with a stranger, I think when a stranger does something to you, you're almost in a shock, kind of some sort of a shock. Like, Why the fuck did you just push me? Why did you touch me? And then you make a decision right then and there. I'm going to whoop this person's ass or I'm going to walk away. With someone who is so close to you, you're in your home environment, you feel comfortable, and they just start beating you up. To me, you're a fool if you just sit down and let your child beat you up. I'm sorry. And my thing is, you don't have to knock them out. You don't have to do this, but you have every right to get this grown person who has shown you, I don't respect you, not even the tiniest a bit. You have to get them off of you. Right.
This person who's now trying to hurt me.
Yeah.
Because you don't just throw a punch at somebody just for fun. You're trying to hurt them.
Yeah. So I tell you what, I'll even take my grown child through something towards me. I know she wasn't trying to hit me because I saw her throw it a little bit extra to the left to make sure she didn't hit me. So I know she really just trying to tell me to shut the hell up, but she knows if she tell me to shut the hell up, that's not going to be very good for her either. So she's just trying to throw my attention somewhere else. Because if you throw something towards me, I go, God damn, did she really? That's my mama's plate right there that she threw. You know, you take the attention off of what's really going on.
Well, and that was a laundry basket, so it wasn't like it was going to hurt. Like, she didn't pick up a plate.
No, I
metal.
threw the laundry basket.
Oh, what did she throw at you?
Nothing. You think Pascala has
Sorry, I forgot how this went down.
Do you think she has ever even... Now, she made a thought in her head, ooh, I want to cuss this bitch out. She may have thought in her head, ooh, I want to knock this hoe out. She may have thought a whole bunch of shit, but she has never, ever done it to me, period, point blank, period. I don't think there's a reason to. Now, I agree. As an adult, you should not beat up on your grown child either. Like, it's just, it's just really disrespectful. So the majority of the people agree with me, but I was actually surprised at the amount of people that said, no, I wouldn't swing. In my head is, well, then what the fuck are you doing? You just gonna let this person just like beat you like a gorilla in the mist? Like what? What? At what point are you on the ground and you step up looking like Martin on that boxing episode? Do you say, this is my child doing this to me? No, scratch that. No, this is what you allowed your child to do to you. Now, I'm not saying no, be involved in anything domesticated violence or anything like that.
You're not advocating it.
I'm not advocating it. But I mean, if you plead your case well enough, I'm like, well, you know, that person kind of brought that on themselves. So, you know, did the Ring camera get it? Because I don't mind seeing it and watching. I can give my commentary. I can tell you where you both went wrong and how you should have swung on that person, all this and that. But I was like so surprised at the people that said they would just let their child hit them.
Not me.
No, I just don't. I don't understand that logic at all. And I feel like that is probably what is wrong with some of these kids right now in the world, that like someone looks at them left and they shoot them. I'm like, well, because they beat you up at home. Of course, they go out in the world and think they can do whatever the hell they want to do. So that was very, very, very controversial. But of course, it went to social media. And as much as people cannot stand Jackie, I'm like, well, we team Jackie. No, she had every right. No, she did. And she swung on her daughter. I don't think she was trying to knock her daughter upside the head. But she's like, bitch, you better get back. You better get off me. But what made it worse was that her daughter immediately went downstairs to where the rest of the cast was and said, she swung on me. She never mentioned the part where she pushed her mama to a wall. So all these women were like, we're done with Jackie. We're not baby, when that show came out, one of the girls actually got on social media and said, I apologize. Because after I saw that, I saw what really happened. I saw the lie that I was told. And what I have learned is to stay out of other people's family business. Yes, because all season long, this girl is trying to get everyone to hate her mom. How do you go on your mom's show and you advocate for everyone to hate your mom? That is crazy behavior to me. Like, maybe she wasn't a great mom. Then stay away from her. Don't go on her goddamn show when you know you have to be around her. Right. It's just foolishness. So I know you're not going to be happy about this, but I'm super, super happy about this. So you guys know that one of my favorite reality TV show franchises is Little Women. I love Little Women LA. I liked Little Women Dallas, but I love Little Women Atlanta. So we know that show ended about 6 years ago, perhaps 6 years ago. Yep. But now, thanks to Brandon TV, which I do not have a subscription to Brandon TV. That will soon change because the girls are coming back. Can you believe it?
No.
Are you excited about it?
No.
Because you know I'm going to play it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So we've got Money is going to be returning. Now, all of them are going to be on Tanya's show, Tanya from LA. She's bringing them all onto her show. So we're going to have Tanya, We're going to have Money, who I interviewed Money several years ago.
Yep.
We're going to have the Tiny Twins on there. And we're also going to have Bree, who was part of the right cheek, left cheek group. And now the cheeks are spread apart, so they just cheeks on their own. They're not a whole full butt, but they just walking around. It's just cheeks. It's one half of a cheek. Okay, she's going to be on there. Now, who was not invited back, who clearly is very upset about not being invited onto this show, is Abira.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And she hates the Tiny Twins. So she's making posts like, it's all about the Tiny Twins. They lied on my name. Girl, look, we just saw you living in a hotel. We just saw you have a man by a married man who was also a predator. We also saw you at Keith Sweat's birthday party, and when he saw you, he walked all the way out. We also have seen you in them teeth. I'm not surprised that they did not want, they're keeping it very less ghetto, is what it seems like. Very less ghetto, yeah. But she is how do you get mad at someone because they got picked to do something and the people who are over it didn't pick you? You need to be mad at those people, which you're scared to do that because you're still hoping and praying that they invite you to be on a show. How about this? How about make a post? I'm so excited to see my former castmates have gathered together once again to expand the Little Women franchise. Now it's going to be on Brandon TV. Unfortunately, I was not invited to be a part of this journey, but if the opportunity ever comes up, I would love to get back with my girls and bring entertainment to you all. How about that? But when you ratchet, you don't think like that. You think ratchet shit. Just this. When I tell you some of the stuff that I see, like, you know me, I will. The worse that it is, the more that I will watch something. And her lives have been absolutely disgusting. You're smoking weed you're living in a hotel because you say you were living in a roach-infested house. Well, you were in that house for years. You can't tell me it was infested by roaches this whole time and you just kept living there, okay? Right. So it looks like you got evicted out, which sad. I feel bad for her. But since then, she's got another rental, a nice looking place. But you're outside of a motel while you have three small children in that hotel, including, plus an infant child in a hotel while you were outside in the dark on live smoking weed with your older daughter. I just feel like that might be a reason they did not have you on the show. Correct me if I'm wrong in that logic. Producer.
Nope. I'm you just preaching. I mean, you good.
Okay, now here's something that's going to upset a lot of people, but it's happening. It's going to happen. I've been watching it progress slowly all this year. Kim Zolciak is going to make her way back to Bravo TV. She is. I mean, look, she's good TV. Anytime a white woman walks around with a synthetic wig on for 3.5 seasons, smoking a cigarette and trying to sing, yes, that is good entertainment to me. Who is also having an affair, an openly well-known affair with a married man, that is good television because that means she don't fucking care what she shows us. Nothing at all. All right, so we've been on this long journey with Kim and Croy getting a divorce, not getting a divorce, calling Atlanta PD. I think they finally start charging them per call. Like, okay, if we come out this time, y'all got to pay us $500 because we know it's bullshit and you know it's bullshit. But I think they finally started charging them because they stopped calling, okay? So we know that her daughter, Ariana, was just on Generation NYC.
Oh, yeah, Gen Z.
Yes, which was so refreshing. It reminded me of old school Bravo. It was a major, major hit, despite the fact that Gia Giudice is on there. I look at her a little bit side. It's something, you know how you look at a person, you be like, it's something racist about you.
Something racist?
Yeah. I haven't heard you say the N-word, but I feel like at any given moment, it could pop outside your mouth.
It's like just right there.
Yeah, some people you could tell the way that they look at people of color, and they just want to say whatever that derogatory is. Whether you're Asian, you're brown skin, you're black, you could just tell it's right there at the tip of your tongue, but you scared because you don't know how to fight. That is the vibe that I get, and I'm not the only one, because everyone's like, gee, I'm not gonna call her racist. She just got that racist look about her. And to me, if you got that racist look about you, that's enough for me not to fool with you at all. And she kept labeling Candy Burris' daughter Riley, who's on the show, as like aggressive. I don't, no. She was assertive. She spoke her mind. Do not label her aggressive. A fucking dog that's tied up with a fucking chain outside in the dead heat of Texas summertime without a bowl of water, that's an aggressive, okay? That's aggression. If they gonna try to chew your bones off so they can get a meal because they haven't eaten in 5 days and 5 nights. That's aggressive. A gorilla is aggressive. A mama bear, if you sneak up on her cubs, that is aggression. This girl is not aggression. She's black. She's tall. That is not me. When she opens her mouth, that does not mean she is aggressive. Stop labeling her like that. I don't like that. So, Gia, I don't know. You need to talk to somebody about your facial expressions, because they coming off real R word. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, of course, Kim made a guest appearance on their show, as did Teresa, because we know Teresa ain't really, well, we know she's working because she's got like $15 million due in back taxes between her and Red-Faced Louie. Like, she's always working. Like, any job you offer her, she's going to take, because they're not filming for the Real Housewives of New Jersey right now. They don't know when it's coming back, if they're going to have the same cast, whatever. So Kim was on that. Now, all of a sudden, Kim's been making the rounds. If there is a television show on right now where you can stay in a nice mansion for 2 weeks, Kim is going to find a reason to be on that show. We saw her on the Surreal Life. What's the new E! show where they, the plastic surgeon thing? Bitch, you didn't go there to get anything turned around or fixed. You went there for free plastic surgery. That is not what the concept of the show is. So now she's making her return back to Watch What Happens Live.
But I mean, that's just you return, but that's just a one-shot show. It's not like it's a season of anything.
Yeah, and then then we saw a picture of her reunited with her parents. Now, she has not spoken to her parents since she's kicked her mom out of her wedding, and has not spoken to her since then. There was a rumor that she went to her parents out of desperation and borrowed $100,000 from them and then ghosted them. So, in order to be back on these type of shows, you have to have a supporting cast, which usually is your family members. So I just feel like she's getting all the elements back together, and I don't know how she's going to do it. I mean, I think it should be the Real Housewives of Hoes, because I think she could teach us a couple of things, because she knows how to snatch a rich man. She doesn't. She knows how to get a rich man and spend all of his money. Okay, we watched her. Who's the Big Papa went broke, partially because of Kim. We watched Croy go beyond broke. He's back working a regular 9 to 5, which is nothing is wrong with that. But when you had a whole NFL pension, and you just blew through it in years, she most definitely can show us how to spend some money. So I know a lot of people are not going to be happy about this. I think she does need to come back to Bravo, because I enjoy watching Kim. She's a horrible person, but I love a horrible person. Yep. And I love a horrible person who's had a lot of plastic surgery and who wears a wig. That is fascinating to me. And who is almost like bulimic skinny. And you're like, that is unfucking natural. You look like a Tim Burton character. That is fascinating to me for some odd reason, because you are a goddamn hot mess. And I love it. That is why I watch TV. Another reason why we watch TV is because of people like this, the cast member of Heart and Hustle. Next up, I'm going to be interviewing the cast. The show, it premieres this Saturday, August the 2nd, is it?
Yep.
August the 2nd on OWN. I cannot wait for you guys to meet the cast. We'll be right back.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. I've got some special guests in the studio with me today. I've got the cast, the stars of the new hit reality TV show, because I'm just going to put it out there that it's going to be a hit, of Heart and Hustle, that is going to premiere this Saturday on OWN Network. If you've been living underneath the rock and you don't know what OWN means, that stands for the Oprah Winfrey Network. So, ladies, hi, how are you doing?
Hey,
Okay, so I'm going to let each one of you introduce yourselves for our listeners and tell them what you do. So we can start in whatever order you want to.
Okay. Hi, I'm Elena Salisbury. I am the founder, owner of Color du Jour. I am the glam girl, service people from all walks of life. I am a nationally recognized makeup artist and I'm a nationally recognized makeup artist, and I built my brand from the ground up.
Perfect. Nice. Who's next?
Hey, my name is Labrina Jackson. I am the CEO and founder of Escape Spa Texas. I am all things wellness, recovery. We are the wellness haven for people to truly escape. I'm a mom of 2, a wife, and an equestrian.
Nice. Who's next?
I'm Chloe Cook. I am a wedding and event planner, Chloe Cook Events. I am also a mother of 3 children. I have 1 grown son and 2 younger girls, and I'm also a widow. I'm an educator. It's a lot of storylines beneath.
Okay.
But yeah, so we can start there.
Okay. Hey, Chloe. Who's next?
Hi, my name is Manira Page. I am an electrical engineer by degree. For 20 years, turned now content creator. I've had the pleasure of working with over 500 international brands. I'm also a wife. I have a mother of 4 beautiful daughters, including a set of twins. And
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about the show, and it's definitely a lot to unfold.
Okay. Who's next?
I'm Rob Brady Pichardo, and I'm a general manager of some of the hottest spots in Houston. I own a consulting company called Organized Chaos, and we consult restaurant clubs and bars in Houston area, and I do events for all the NBA players, the NFL players, the performers, the who's who. If you come to Houston, you got to talk to Rob, pretty much.
Rolling show.
Nice. Now we're missing one cast member. Who is that?
Victoria. She's a publicist, and she's working in LA right now, so she's not with us today, but she's here in heart.
Okay.
And she's showing.
Alrighty. So, okay, because I have some PR questions ready for her because man, I tell you, that PR world is something else, and they have run a number on me a few times and stole my money, stole my time, all kinds of stuff. So I really wanted to, see how she's able to get her clients to trust her, in the PR industry. But I may have to just do a separate interview for her because I'm nosy. I want to know. So let me ask you, the world of entrepreneurship, that word gets floated around a lot. What do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions about starting and owning your business? Because to me, I think anyone can start a business. I mean, you can open up a lemonade stand, but in order to have a successful lemonade stand, a lot of hard work goes into there, and that's where a lot of entrepreneurs fail. So what do you wish more people knew?
I would say you have to work in your business. Like a lot of people, they reach a certain level of success and they kind of take a step back and they have other people managing their businesses. But I truly feel like every CEO needs to be present in their company. If you can every day, but at least, some people get a little big headed and they tend to not show, and I feel like your presence needs to be there. It's one thing when your staff is running it, but when the CEO is in the building, the energy shifts.
I agree. Totally agree.
Okay. So for me, what has helped with success in just business is creating a solid infrastructure and making sure that there are systems in place. SOPs. SOPs is what can run a company all over the world. Can scale as big as you want to scale or however you want to scale with systems in place. So you have to have your operations and all that in order, and I think the operations, to Chloe's point, when you do have business owners that are in the business, inside of it, they running it. But when they leave, it does slip. Well, some people, it slips because their SOPs are not there. They're not in place. Operations slip through the cracks because a lot of them who are in their business all the time, they're carrying the business on their back instead of allowing the infrastructure of the company to be, set and created.
Yes, exactly. And anyone else?
I think for me, definitely leveraging.
I'm gonna be talking over me.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Definitely leveraging and making sure you're not doing everything yourself. But also, to Chloe's point, also making sure that you're able to do each task in order to train whoever you leverage that task to. So I think it's necessary to not put everything on yourself because you will burn out quickly.
Yeah. And I think that's hard for a lot of business owners because it's almost like having someone watch your baby. Like, can I trust this person? Is this person going to take care of my baby? No one's going to take care of your baby the way that you take care of your baby. And I think people need to start looking at their businesses the same way.
Right.
Ro had something she wanted.
No, she got the next question. It was like four questions already.
Okay. You guys ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this one's for Elena. It's intimidating to be around you, Elena, because I'm kind of like, does my makeup look okay? Is she talking about my blush? Is she talking about, do I have on too much highlighter? I wanted to ask you, how many levels are there to being a makeup artist? Because I have found that people throw around that term a lot, saying I'm a professional makeup artist. I'm a professional makeup artist. And to me, there's a big difference from someone who works at Ulta doing makeup and someone who's traveling around and doing weddings and doing events, makeup for events. What are the levels to it?
That's an interesting question. I don't think I put it as levels. I think that there's a client for everyone, whatever stage that you are at. As an artist, it's an art at the end of the day.
Right.
And it's energy exchange. Whoever you feel comfortable with, that's going to allow you to feel your best. I don't place people at levels when it comes to the artistry.
Okay.
I think you're being
now
like a star. You're being humble right now because you're a star of it. Like you can do anybody's skin color and anything. So I think there is levels to it.
It is.
To a certain extent, because you're not the same as somebody else did.
But I think that you're always learning how to better your craft. So
right.
So I don't know. I mean, of course, you have your beginner, you have your intermediate, and you have your pros. So if you want to say levels, then
so you're a pro.
Yeah. So I would say
yes.
Makeup artist.
Yes. So, Labrina, what sets you apart in the spa and wellness industry, especially being a Black female spa owner? Because that's not something you hear about a lot.
Right. So I think what sets me apart in the spa and wellness industry is I'm big on community. So my community outreach and just my thirst for human connections is very important to me. And then you tie in the wellness side of it and my innovative approach to include technology with navigating, that avenue of wellness. So I'm big on, for example, we're getting ready to get a HPOT, a hyperbaric chamber. So that does so many things. I'm not just a turn and burn day spa. I'm literally a wellness compound where it's okay, we also have cold pressed juice. We're getting ready to push mocktails. So I'm all about wellness from the inside out and just creating that innovative experience and approach to wellness and introducing new things to people. And just there are so many ways to care for yourself besides a massage and a facial. That, to be honest, that's maintenance. It's the wellness component.
So at your spa, what services do you provide?
So we specialize in all types of massage, a lot of recovery treatments. We do infrared salt therapy. We have contrast bathing. Contrast bathing is a very huge experience at our spa. We just expanded to the mind, body, and soul element of wellness, which is yoga, sound bath, meditation, just taking it a step further beyond the treatment table.
Right.
We do water treatments, which is Vichy treatments. We have become a couples spot. So we're being couple wellness experiences. And
that's great.
That's what we do.
I'm going to have to come check you out because I have lupus. So sometimes when I talk to a masseuse, I'm like, look, you can't go too deep tissue. That's going to send me into and people just don't know enough about different issues. and how to cater their services to what that person needs. They're like, I don't know what she's talking about. And I walk out of there with a flare up.
Just listening.
Yes.
It's not even like understanding, you know, you can't understand every chronic illness in the world.
Yes. Right.
But it's just hearing the guests and what they're asking for, and just taking the time to listen. People don't listen anymore.
Yes, I agree. And I've explained it to some masseuses before. And at the end, I'm like, they didn't hear a goddamn thing I said. I just told them, don't go that deep. And he went as deep as he possibly could. I'm like, dang. So, Manira, so my husband is also an electrical engineer. What is the hardest part about, I know you do content creation as well, right?
Yes.
What is the hardest part about staying authentic? And I watch a lot of influencers, and I'll say this. I've watched some of them from the very beginning, 5 years ago, to where they are now, and they are totally different people. Whereas I would get on my phone every day to say, what's this person doing? I can't wait to hear what she talks about. To now, I'm just like, there's no connection at all. So how do you stay true to yourself?
For me, I think I have a good support system of people around me. And I've just been a person where I'm myself, regardless. I've been that way. I've always been in rooms where people don't necessarily look like me. So that's something that I've been accustomed to because I'm biracial. So I wasn't born in the States. You know, when I was living overseas, I'm the only little Black girl with an afro, and everybody else is fair and their hair is a different texture. So I always look different. But it was just something in me. I was that kid that wasn't afraid to be herself in the middle of the room dancing when everyone else is serious. And it's crazy because my kids are the exact same way. It doesn't matter what rooms they're in, they're going to be themselves. So I think that's just something that's been embedded in me from birth and is passed on to my kids. But in this space, I feel like relating to other people, especially other women that has similar situations and scenarios and stories. A lot of us have different journeys, but we all can relate to each other at some level. So that's actually really helpful to relating to so many other people on my platforms. And I just share my story.
Yes, I think that's great because I've watched some influencers, and it's like there's a certain influencer group here in Texas. I'm not going to say who they are, but it seems like they started off as friends, and then we slowly watch it become so competitive. Like, oh, she had a baby, now I got to have a baby. Oh, she just built a house, now I got to build a house. Oh, now she's making, building another house. It's just constant. I'm like, what is this beef going on that we're witnessing, but no one is acknowledging? And it was constantly, it's like they forgot about the people who were watching them. And then they all became part of like, how do I become the best within this group?
I think that also goes to the person in itself. If you know who you are as a person, you know what goals you have, what type of legacy you want to leave, what type of relationships you want to build with people, regardless of what other people are doing, you're going to stay true to yourself. So I think it just goes down to character and yourself as a person. It's going to be hard to affect you and change you as a person. So I think that's really important too. It just depends on the core of actual individual.
Okay, I like that. Rose, so you are in a primarily male-dominated business. And I can't tell you how many people say, I'm going to open up a nightclub, I'm going to open up a hookah lounge, and they know nothing about the business. How did you find yourself making space for you to be in this industry?
I started out as a waitress at TGI Fridays. Okay. And then I became a bartender, then I became a manager, and I was an AGM, then I was I've pretty much done everything in the industry. So that's how I started. So I got fired from a few different jobs for just being who I am. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start my own thing. Because every place I worked at was always a startup place for the most part. So I just took everything I knew and started a consulting company helping people open up their restaurant clubs and bars.
Okay. Can you repeat that first part where you said where you started from? Because people always like to skip those first 3 or 4 steps and go straight to the top. So tell them again how you started, and say it loud so they can clearly, they can't say, well, we didn't hear what she said. Say it for them again, because people need to learn this and understand that there are steps to this.
Yeah, I started out as a waitress at TGI Fridays in Baltimore, Maryland. And I went on from being a waitress to a bartender at TGI Fridays. I traveled the world doing contests with them. And I was the only brown skin girl that was doing it. So it was kind of a popular thing. And then I got into nightclubs when I got to college at Sam Houston. And, you know, I went back and forth between waitress and the bartending. And then one day I was like, you know, I think I kind of want to get a salary one day. And then I started with A-Life, and they made me a manager at Prospect Park because I was bartending there. And then from there, I just grown, and that I've literally done everything besides be a valet driver in the nightlife.
So, and I think I love that, because sometimes people walk around like they too cute to start at the bottom. I'm like, no. You can start at the bottom and still be cute, but you need to learn. You can't run a business and you don't know how to do every part of that job that's required. And I don't think that people understand that.
And what you said earlier, a lot of people try to open up restaurant clubs and bars, and they have no idea where to start. What they never worked in the industry, they don't know anyone. So I think that's why a lot of people get taken advantage of. That's why I pride myself with my consulting company, because I make sure I let you know everything from the bottom up. Like, this is how you're gonna make your money. This is how you're not gonna make money. This is how you're gonna waste your money. You know, so they're just taking advantage of people in their vulnerable times.
Right.
Business.
Right. Okay, so Chloe, we have all witnessed, because I have followed you for a long time on social media. You know, we witnessed you go through a lot of major life changes. How did you handle the shift of that?
I'm still handling it, so I'm still figuring it out. But
yes,
I really got closer to God, you know, and I realized that my faith is really all I had to stand on, you know. See, it's wild. I want to start crying, but no.
It's okay. Look, let me tell you this. I've watched you for a long time. I saw everything that was going on, and I didn't even realize until last night that I was really talking about it within my own house. Yeah. Because when we left the event, I was telling my husband, that's Chloe. Remember, we took her class, and he was like, is that the one that you were saying you were praying about for her husband? I said, yes, that is her.
And that like a lot of people, and not just family, not just friends, but like,
yes,
you know, all my followers.
Yes.
But I realized that there's really nobody that you can lean on but God, you know. And
now you over here tearing up. God.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cry today, but you kind of triggered me, not in a good way, you know, not a bad way, but it's just kind of like, you know, you want to talk to this person and that person about it, but nobody you can talk to but him.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm gotten so strong in my faith that I quit my job like recently, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
I trust God. He's never with me, so I'm just excited to embark on this new journey and just bet on myself, you know.
Right. I admire you, because, you know, people don't know how to be just broken down. Yeah. And in life, you know, we all want the best, but there are times that life will really break us all the way down.
Yeah.
And you have to learn how to climb back up. And I never understood how people try to paint a picture of what grief looks like. How long you grieve, how you should grieve, how you should do this. Oh, you need to move on. You don't need to cry. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. And that's just not how that's not the reality of it at all.
Yeah, grief has no timeline. You know, some days I wake up and I'm sad. Although I'm dating again, I miss, that was my best friend. That's my dad. That was my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've not only lost him, but I've lost everybody close to me. You know, my mother, like ripple effect. So, you know, I had just lost my mom in 2019. And then right after my husband died, my sister got diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer.
So we love Julie. She's out there doing it. You know, she's got her day. And she's one of the prettiest women I've ever seen too. I was just like, she's so.
And she has a beautiful spirit. Like, I love my sister so much. And she had just started a new company. So I was like, I felt like I had to just, I'm like, God, why are you doing this to us? You know?
Right.
So yeah, but he showed me very quickly that your life can change. Things can turn around. And I'm in my turnaround phase. And I love it here. It feels so good. I feel like I survived all that. So I can survive anything. Like I feel like I could climb Mount Everest right now. And I'm not a fitness guru, but I feel like God will get me to the top. I'm real big. Like I can do anything. If I survive that, my lowest point in life, you got to think, I closed on my house the day my husband died.
I remember seeing that. I was like, how is she doing that?
How?
I was like, how is she able to even get up and get dressed and go do this?
God, that's all I can say. So
yes.
That's
okay. Now let me be nosy because I am nosy. So with all the work that you guys do, challenges of motherhood, dating, being a wife, I know for me at the end of the day, and I don't do nearly as much as what y'all do, I don't feel like nobody touching me when I get in my bed. So how do you keep that spark alive in your relationships with your significant others? I told y'all I'm nosy.
I was going to say for me, that was something that was definitely a challenge for us because we are both that we have that hustling, go-getting mentality, and we're just constantly trying to excel and do the next thing, and trying to establish this life for ourselves and our children, that we do forget about us. And that's something that we had to stop and focus. And this show actually helped us with that whole process, just relearning how to do that, how to step back and, we delegate time for everything else but ourselves and our marriage. And it's like when they say it out loud, it doesn't make sense because we're in the moment and it's going. But now that I just said that, I'm like, dang, it actually sound kind of crazy. Like, you have this part, the kids gonna leave and y'all gonna be stuck in the house with each other
with nothing to talk about.
Right, with nothing to talk about because you got all the time pass by where you're hustling. Now you're old and wrinkled and gray, and there's no connection there. So we had to be reminded that, you know what, we do have to focus back on our marriage, and that's something we've definitely been working on.
I agree. Yes, ma'am.
And for us, it's a little different because my husband, he did basically his career and retired young, right? So investment accounts and all that is what he has. So he has time. With him having time, my time with him isn't being away from him because of like he's at work and I'm at work, because that's the normal like marriage. So my time is like I know the threshold. I have to put myself on a schedule. I know the threshold of the wife guilt and when it's gonna kick in, because it's a real thing. Because I can look at him and it's like, I respect you till 5, right?
Yes.
I respect work till 5. After ride some horses, it's time to do things outside of
be my friend.
Be my friend. Let's eat. Let's hang. He's my leisure person. So I don't really have to do a lot of like friend stuff, which I want to. I need the balance, but it's so quick to just hang out with him. So I pay attention. I recently learned this because at first I was just like, hell, if I got to be gone all the way to 10 o'clock at night, I'm running the business. That's it. Yeah. But I had to create boundaries, and I would just look at him and I can sense the urge or the desire for attention from me. So I cut it off. Or I'll try to like engage in conversation while I'm looking at him. And then like I'll engage in conversation with him while I'm sending an email. Like, but I'm trying to balance it all. Like I literally try to focus on him at some point.
And it's hard, especially when you're tired and you see them walking around like a little puppy dog who just got kicked. You're like, damn. Yeah. I guess he needs some attention. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think for me, working with my husband, I think it was hard to set those boundaries and create the defined lines of, okay, this is my husband right now, and this is my worker. Like we didn't have that. It was all blurred. So of course, we become disconnected. We're not close. When it's time to nighttime, we're still talking about work. So it was just hard to, I don't know, get in the groove sometimes with that. And of course, with our connection, I feel like it suffered because of that.
I also count the days. Like I would count the days. Did you do that?
Like what?
Yeah, like I would count the days. Like I have 5 days tops that I'm like, okay, it's been 5 days. I have to give him that.
Yeah.
Because like you,
I get it.
It's the max.
Yeah.
I'm saying every 5 days it happens, but I'm saying 5 days is the max.
Y'all go 5
right.
No, that's the max.
That's the max.
I will have sex every day.
That's because it's.
I cannot. I cannot. I'm in perimenopause. Sometimes I'm like, you're cute, but I'm not down to fuck tonight. I just cannot. And like Labrina said, you have to have like a mental, like, okay, it has been this many days. And I guarantee you my husband gonna be like, well, you heard what Labrina said. She said she can't go 5 days. And it's been 7 days. And so I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I was just saying, my husband and I, our intimacy comes in so many forms. Like, riding together is a love language for us. Like, you know, just hanging out in the barn is a love language. So we okay with going to sleep and nothing happens because we have so many ways that we actually connect.
I love that.
That's so. My husband and I just had that conversation because I am going through perimenopause, and I'm just like, ugh. Hey, I'm like, don't touch me though. I don't even know if I like you that much today. But I had to tell him, I said, look, I show you in so many other ways, and I don't think that you have noticed it, that I love you. You're my best friend. I want to be around you, you know, this, and that. I said, hormonally, I don't know what's going on, but just know, I still want to be around your ass. Like, that is something. Like, you know, when I go somewhere, you go too. That's us spending time together. So I know we're down to like a few more minutes. How was it getting the call from OWN saying, hey, we want you to be part of this new reality TV show that we're doing?
Man, we got it a long time ago.
It was about 3 years ago.
It was exciting.
Wow.
We didn't believe because we waited. We were on ice for a long time, like trying to figure out who was going to pick up our show, right? So we and then, you know, so we're just waiting to the market. And they fished it, and then Oprah, we got a call, and they're like, Miss Winfrey loves you guys. I remember the day I got the call. It was July, and our lights were off in Houston because we had just experienced this like random storm. And so I was sitting in the heat, you know, like hot, sitting on the couch with my kids, like trying to have a fan and all this stuff. And I remember the production company calling, and they were like, Miss Winfrey loves y'all. And I'm just like, I'm hot. They in LA doing their thing. I don't.
Right.
It didn't even click that she said Miss Winfrey. And I got off the phone, and I called my sister, and I was like, I just got a call from the people about the show. They say Miss Winfrey loves us, but I'm over here hot. And she's like, Miss Winfrey. Miss Winfrey, like Oprah Winfrey, Oprah, not Oprah.
Yeah.
Like, girl, Miss Winfrey. I was like, oh my gosh, you know. So I was so caught up in being hot and frustrated that it didn't resonate. Like, we about to be on OWN, you know. Yeah. So it was amazing for me.
And
I will
then
never forget that.
To talk today, like her VP and like the people that's close with her, they don't even call her Oprah. Like, they call her Miss O.
Miss O.
I was like, that is so cool. She have a nickname.
Yeah.
Right. Miss O. That's that. I mean, that's
it was real. It really was. And I think the initial first approach, when you hear the word reality TV, it's such unfortunately, but it's such a negative connotation behind it. And when they described the show and, you know, their plans for it, their just their whole outlook on what they saw for this show, and it had so much potential. It was definitely something I know all of us collectively were like, oh yeah, hell yeah, we'll do that. Like, showcasing Black women and, you know, in a place where we can have conflict resolution and we're not fighting and we're not, you know, being people and
Right.
we get to showcase us being entrepreneurs.
So
and
good.
yeah, it was amazing.
Yes.
So I know all of us collectively were like, absolutely.
Well, child, I'm waiting on that call from Bravo one day. I put it out there. I done put it. I'm like, Andy, where you at? I'm right here. We are, not exactly Houston, but coming like a little bit past Baybrook Mall, and there's a whole big group of us. Like, I think we're cute and interesting. So I know you guys have got to go. So I have to ask this question: What is your hype me up song? What is the song that you put on? I'll even give you 3 songs that you put on. Like, okay, I got to get this day started. I'm feeling good. I'm looking cute. Like that just really gets you pumped and gets you going.
Dang. Mine's a Beyonce song. That mine is these motherfuckers not stopping. These y'all talking about that song?
Mine is probably Glorilla, Let Her Cook.
Okay.
Mine would probably be June 27th. The
You
freestyle
so
version. I know, but
That when that beat drop.
yeah.
Mine is not so much like a hype song.
Mine is
Mine is Janae Aiko Ways, and because in the song she says you got to keep going, again and again. So that's my song, my motivational song.
Mine is Counting My Blessings by Seth Sluter. So like that's what give me hype. Like when I play that and I'm like, man, you just showing out. Like I'm on, because it just.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, but you probably heard of the song.
You heard of the song.
I thought Layla was gonna say Sade. She's all
These songs are literally our personality. So it's so funny to me. Like
It's literally.
Well, y'all made me sound ghetto because I'm like, oh, little Boosie, wipe me down.
Ratchet by myself.
Oh, I love Do the Ratchet. My husband just like,
Hey, I'm talking about me and her in the same.
I thought she was gonna say something like George Strait or something. I was like, well, that was cool too.
Oh my God.
okay, ladies. So tell our listeners where they can find you on social media, where they can find your businesses on social media.
You can find me at Color Du Jour, Color DUJOUR, on Instagram on all platforms.
I hate walking after her.
Because
she's so like poised. All right. The smooth operator is finished. You can find on Instagram at LEB as in boy RINAJ.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say iCloud.com. I say it so much on the phone, but no, at Labrina J.
And what's your spa?
And my
your spa's name?
Instagram is Escape the Natural Spelling Spa Texas TX. Escape Spa TX.
Okay. And I am Chloe Cook Events. That's CHLOE. A lot of people misspell my first name. Cook Events. And I also have a page that I started for my daughters in our grief journey, and it's at the OG Family HTX. And me and my boo, y'all will meet him on the show. We have a page too.
We didn't see them, Chloe. I said Chloe done got her little cute tenderoni out here.
Spicy. 17 between 17 between underscores.
Cute. Okay, got you.
And mine is my name, Munera Page, MUNEERA, last name PAGE, and that's on all social channels.
Okay.
And mine is Aphrodite APH_ROE_DITE, the goddess of love. Hello.
Spell it.
On all platforms. And then my business, my consulting company is called Organized Chaos.
That's cute.
Well, I can't thank you ladies enough for taking time out to talk with me and talk to my listeners. Heart and Hustle premieres this Saturday, August 2nd on OWN Network. Check your local listings for the timing. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you,
Keisha.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.